Hey everyone, and welcome back. In our last lesson, we learned the essentials of JavaScript arrays, including key methods like .push, .shift, .unshift, and .indexOf. Today, we're going to make that knowledge concrete by building something incredibly practical, a simple manager for a daily to-do list. This challenge will use the exact same skills we learned, but in a context you can relate to every single day. Ready? Let's get organized. We all have tasks to do. Your mission is to build one single function that helps manage a list of these tasks. We will name this function manage to-do list. The function will need to accept three arguments to work. And now look at this function. To-do list. This is an array of strings which each string is a task. For example, write report, buy groceries, or call mom, okay? These are the items inside it. Next, the action. This is a string command that tells our function what to do. It can be one of four options: add, complete, add urgent, or check. And next, the task. This is a specific task string we want to work with, like pay bills, okay? Here's what each action must do. If action is add, the function should add the new task to the very end of the to-do list. This is for regular, non-urgent tasks. If action is complete, this action means you've completed the first task on your list. The function should remove the item at the beginning of the to-do list. For this action, the task argument can be ignored. If action is add urgent, something important just came up. This action should add the new task to the very beginning of the list, so it becomes your next priority. If action is check, the function needs to check if a specific task is currently on the list. If it is, it should log a message like task call mom is on the list at position 3. Let's report the position as index +1 to make it more human friendly. If the task isn't found, it should like something like task go to Mars is not on the list. You'll need to use if, else statements to root the logic, and then the array methods will learn to modify the list. Now it's your turn. Please pause the video here. Open your code editor and try to build manage to-do list function from scratch. See if you can get all four actions working. You definitely can do this. Welcome back. How did it go? Let's walk through the solution together, step by step. First, let's create a sample to-do list to work with and lay out the basic function structure. So I write const my tasks equals to square brackets and my tasks like single quote write report, comma, buy groceries, comma, call mom, semicolon. Now I write const manage to-do list equals to set of parentheses and my parameters are to-do list, which is an array, comma, action, simple string, and task. Okay, and set of curly braces. Now we'll start with a simple if statement for the add action. To add a task to the end of our list, we use the .push method. So I write if action. Here I use a strict equality operator and single quote add. Now if it's true, I want to add the task to the list. So I write to-do list .push. And I want to add the task to the list, so I write task here, semicolon, and console.log backticks new task added, colon, and $sign curly braces task, semicolon. Now for the next two actions using else if. When we complete the task, we remove it from the front of the list using .shift method. To add urgent, we add a new task to the front using unshift. Okay, so I write else if action equals to complete. Const completed task equals to-do list dot shift semicolon. Shift method pops the item in front of the list, and that popped item will be returned. So we want to assign it to a new variable. And next, I'm gonna show it. Console.log backtick task completed. Colon $, curly braces, completed task. Semicolon. Next, else if action equals to add urgent to-do list that unshift task. This unshift method adds a new item to the beginning of the list. So console.log backticks urgent task added. Colon $, curly braces, task. Semicolon. Now, for our final action, we need to find if a task exists, okay? The dot index of method is perfect. It gives us the items index, or -1 if it's not found. We can use this -1 check to decide what message to show. Here's the complete final function. So I write else if action triple equal signs check. Now I want to get the index of the task. So I write const task index equals to-do list dot index of task. So I want to use if-else statement. If task index greater than -1, I'm gonna log this to the console. Console.log backticks task $, curly braces, task is on the list. At position $, curly braces, task index +1 to make it human friendly. We add 1 to make it human friendly. Okay, semicolon. Else console.log backticks task $, curly braces, task is not on the list. Now we built it, okay? So let's test it. Let's see our to-do list manager in action. First, I want to show the array into the console. All right, console.log my tasks, semicolon. Next is test1. Test1 is adding a regular task. So I write manage to-do list, set of parentheses, my tasks as the array, and add as the action, and exercise as the task. Okay, semicolon. And console.log my tasks. Test2, adding an urgent task, manage to-do list, my tasks, add urgent, and pay bills. Semicolon. Console.log my tasks. And test3, completing the first task, manage to-do list, my tasks, and complete. Semicolon. Console.log my tasks. And test4, checking for a task that exists. Manage to-do list, my task, check, buy groceries, and And now we don't need to console.log my tasks because it shows to the console if it's there, okay? And test5, checking for a task that does not exist. Manage to-do list, my tasks, check, learn to fly as my task. Semicolon. Okay, That was too much. But let's see it. It worth it, okay? And if I run it, yeah, you see the results. Let's take a look at our console to see how our manage to-do list function perform in our test. It's awesome to see it all work. First, we log our initial list. You can see our starting 3 tasks. Write report, buy groceries, and call mom. In test 1, we call the function with the add action to add exercise. As you can see in the next line, our function used .push to add exercise right to the end of the array. Perfect. In test 2, we used the add urgent action for pay bills. Our function correctly used .onshift to place it at the very beginning of the list, making it our new number 1 priority. For test 3, we call the complete action. The function used .shift to remove the first item, which was pay bills. You can see it's now gone from our list. And write report is the new first task. Finally, in test 4 and 5, we used the check action. When we checked for buy groceries, the function found it and logged the success message. Task buy groceries is on the list. But when we checked for learn to fly, our function correctly saw that it wasn't there and logged the not on the list message. So there you have it. Our function works exactly as planned. Awesome job. You've taken the core concepts of JavaScript arrays and applied them to a real-world scenario. Building a small useful tools like this is one of the best ways to learn and grow as a programmer. You've successfully used array methods and logic to bring a to-do list to life. Keep practicing. And before that, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Happy coding!